Hello, crafty friends. Welcome to Happy Place Crafting, Crafting Therapy for the Soul. And once again, we have our lovely, this way, guest, Carmen. Say hi, Carmen.
Yes.
This way, guest.
I feel like I'm sideways. Am I sideways?
Well, kind of, you are a little bit, yeah.
Should I flip it?
I don't know if you can flip it or not. You might be able to. Oh, there you go.
Let me know.
Yes, that's good. That's better, actually.
There you go.
Very good. That's
Yay.
good. Very cool.
All right.
We'll
I
give
just
it a
have to
minute
move
and
it.
let people come on in.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue to color.
And see what everybody is up to. But what are you going to be working on tonight? What are you making with those circles?
I am going to make embellishments, but I'm using watercolor paper and I'm using watercolor for the background. Then I'll be stamping and then I'll do a little mini collage on top of it.
Ooh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. The only thing is, it's a perfect circle, which is kind of nice. And all you got to do is just glue the back and stick it wherever, like,
Right.
and then you're all set.
I love
So,
circles.
yeah. Um, like I said, I was going to use the tiny ones. One and a, let me see again because I kind of forget. Yeah, 1.5 punch. And I feel like they're too tiny. But you know what? I can still try one and see how it would work.
Right. You never know.
Yeah,
You could
because
even add it to a cluster or something.
a tiny cluster. That's right.
Hi, Betty Penny. Hello, hello. Nice to see you, ma'am.
Hey, hello, Biddy. Hello.
Everybody's trickling in slowly but surely.
Yes.
So you're going to stamp on top of those?
I am going to stamp on it. I started doing the watercolor now before the light because I just didn't want to use the heating gun.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like it will be like too noisy. So once I started watercoloring it, then some of them are dry, so I can start working on it. But yeah, this is basically what I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing some. I love watercolor. Watercolor is so versatile. It goes anywhere it wants and it creates unique design on its own. I don't
Right.
have to kill myself doing anything to it. It does it on its own. So,
Yeah. And it dries fast. Hi, Linda. Hi,
yes.
Norma.
Hello, Miss Linda. Hi, Norma.
Hi, ladies. Everybody's
Hello,
trickling
hello,
in.
hello. So let me explain a little bit what happened here to Carmelita. Um, Carmen wanted a bigger punch than 1.5, and the biggest punch that I had for circles was the creative memory one, and that's 1.5. I wanted something a little bit bigger because I felt that I could do, a nicer collage if the circle was a tiny bit bigger. This was too tiny for my taste, but it could be good for the tiny envelope. So, and what I used is something that I've had for years, and I don't know if this exists or not, but it's called circle scissor.
Uh-huh.
It's from Orbis. It
Oh,
says
that's cool.
here, distributed by eCake Success. And what this does, it has a tool, which was this one, and it has a little blade on the tip. So if I wanted a tiny circle, I could have just put the blade in and cut around it, right? Well, guess what? I could not find for the life of me the circle scissors blades because this one lost the blade. So, unfortunately, I had no other option but to trace it with a pen, the size
Oh, I have one
that,
of those, something like that, but mine's different. I have
yeah.
this
Hmm.
thing.
This is old. This is like really old.
I have this. I saw this, and it has the little dots here. But I bought what is it? Where is it? This this thing, and it goes. It's got a very tiny. I don't know if you can tell. A real tiny little blade, and it swivels like. But you can put it
Exactly.
in the hole, and then it'll cut if you go around. But this is
That's
one of those things I bought that I wish I hadn't bought because I never use it.
well, that's basically what that does to the same thing, the same concept.
Right.
This one has a very extremely tiny blade, but mine doesn't have the blade. So when I was looking for my refills, I couldn't find them. So I had to go and trace it. Unfortunately for me, that my eyesight is really bad, it gave me a hard time to look for the little numbers, to continue repeating the same circle. So
Right.
I did number 53. I was able to find number 53. So this one is number 53, which is 2 inches and a quarter. So it's a little bit bigger than the 2 inch. But
That's
that's
really
okay.
interesting.
That's okay. That didn't
Right.
bother me. So
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Flo.
hi Flo.
Hi, ladies.
Hello, Miss Dawn.
Hey, what I'm going to be working on is the Victorian puzzle purse. I saw this on Instagram a while back, and I've wanted to. I save things on Instagram a lot that I'm like, oh, I want to try that someday, and this is one of those things. So, and it looks more difficult than it is. It is not really that hard, but it is pretty cool because it opens up like this, and then you pull it open like this, and then the message you can put in the middle. And so
Ooh,
it's
I
really,
like.
yeah, it's really kind of neat. And the trickiest part is folding it. And so I was going to try to show you all how to fold it. Wait, now I got to remember how to put it together.
You know
Wait.
what that looks like? You know those the little what's it called? The karate people. They have those little star blades or something, and they toss it and they kill people with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Right? When you open it at first, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it is kind of what it looks like. This is it.
Yes.
This is the first one I made. And this one actually is done a little bit differently because I did it the opposite way. I folded it to finish it the opposite way. So you could tuck things in this way too. But, and
See it
you would
right
have to
there, right
flip it
there.
to open it.
Right there, right there. You keep it open and it looks like one of those little
Yeah,
boomerang
right
blade
here.
things.
Yeah. So I thought I took just 2 pieces of just 12 by 12 paper, and it's not cardstock, it's just regular paper, and I glued them together so we could I could show you kind of a bigger version of it. So hopefully everything's backwards with this one. You'll be able to see it. But and hopefully this works out. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'm definitely going to need the bone folder with this because it's a little bit thicker than just regular paper. So you fold it in half. It's really easy to fold it.
But you do have to use a thicker paper for that, right?
You don't have to. I'm just
Oh, you
doing
don't
it
have
for
to?
the
Okay.
purposes. I wanted to have something that was double-sided, and I didn't have any thin paper that was like double-sided that was 12 by 12 unless it was a solid sheet. So I glued these together, but now I'm kind of wishing I hadn't. So you fold it so it's like that. Then you're going to fold it in thirds both ways, like this. And I kind of just guesstimate. You actually, here, we'll measure actually. Because the person I watched on Instagram, they measured it and it seemed to work out better for them. So we're going to mark it 4 inches there.
Yes, Betty. Yeah, Chinese stars.
4 inches there. Dawn's making breakfast for dinner. Biddy Penny's mind just exploded when I opened that up. Yeah, because you could put anything on it, right? She's making potatoes and bacon. I like having breakfast for dinner. We actually have breakfast for dinner every Wednesday night. Tonight we actually had, I really cheated because I knew I was going to be busy today. We had sausage, Jimmy Dean sausage and McMuffins type things like McDonald's, but they're Jimmy Dean instead.
Okay. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, we had those for dinner.
Yeah,
you just stick them in the microwave and warm them up.
Yeah, I used to eat those. They're good though, but Carmelita can't have it anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, well.
You know how many pounds I've lost already?
How many?
9.
Wow, that's really good.
In 3 weeks.
Good for you.
But darling, it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. I look at the food and I'm like, Carmen, don't look at the bread, because if just by looking at it, you're going to gain a pound. So I have to steer away from the bread section. So what I did, I inked the edges. And I'm doing it because I want these to be vintagey kind of feel. That's why I have these earthy tones instead. But I inked the edges with the vintage photo. And see, because I already started a bit earlier, there's already 4 that I probably can start working on it. It's 6:15. So the paper that I'm using is extremely smooth, and it is Fabriano. Now let me tell you something, ladies. This is the first time that I'm using this. I've been hoarding this for 6 months or more. I didn't want to use it, but I wanted something with a smooth texture, and this is it right here. So it's hot press. It says 25% cotton, made in Italy, Fabriano. So
very good.
I didn't want the texture on it. And that's why I'm using that one. So
just FYI, don't ever use this thick of paper because it's impossible. Like, I'm about to give up. It's so hard to fold this. Okay, I think I got it.
Well, because I'm doing this, I'm trying to see what you're doing, but at the same time, while I'm gonna have to watch the replay and then I can play.
Well, this is the hardest part right here because this is where it folds in. So you're gonna fold it. You know how like they have dinner baskets? So this is how I end up doing it. This is the easiest way, I think, is to explain it. Because you want to fold it so that, where are we?
The design.
So you've got it like this. And then I just keep doing that on these sides.
Uh-huh.
You're going to start folding them in so the piece.
You know, it looks like it looks like a baby bird asking for food.
Right? But look what it's about to do. Are you ready? This is the trick.
Oh!
See what it did? It folded. And that's all you really have to do is fold those 2 sides. Okay? Now,
phenomenal.
You can either fold these in this way or you can flip it and fold it this way, but then you would have openings on both sides. I actually like to fold it in this way better so that it's blank on the other side. So you're just going to lay one down, then the other one, then the other one, and then this one, when you lay it down, it's going to tuck.
And it's going to fold within all
and no, it tucks in here. Wait a minute.
Wow.
I'm like, wait a minute, it tucks. I know it tucks. It tucks right in here.
Yes.
Just like that.
The tip. It has to go in, right?
See? It's pretty cool, right?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that neat?
Yes. Bravo!
When I decorated this one, I used stamps, and I think that's probably what I'll use on this one too. But I think I'm going to show you how you can do it with just a piece of paper. And I decorated it while it was folded and then opened it and decorated. So I'm going to show you that.
Okay. I'll see the replay because right. I'll be staring at your stuff and I won't get this done. Do you see what happens to me? I get distracted like squirrel.
I think Flo and Linda are going to Dawn's for dinner.
Really?
Norma doesn't think she could make this, but I don't believe that for 1 second.
No, I think Norma, what she can do is just go back to the replay
and slow it down.
And
but I'm going to show you again
slow it
right
down
now.
Or stop the video as she does part by part.
Right. This is just a piece of copy paper. So I folded the edge over here so we can get a square. I'm going to cut this off. Just like that.
Hello, Cordelia. Hi, honey.
How did I miss Cordelia coming in?
Yes, you just got in. Norma, I call myself Carmelita, but when I was young, when I was a kid, my friends from church will call me Carmencita, which means little Carmen. Tiny Carmen. I was not tiny. I don't know why they call me Carmencita, but it's an endearment term, you know. Carmencita.
Let's see. Now we have, if with this one, I'm going to have to do math, and I don't really want to do math. So I'm just going to budget. I'm going to show you how I find the center. This is how I do it to fold the 3. I just fold it over till I think it looks like this is too far. Till it's about a third and a third and a third. Let me see what I'm doing. So I think that looks about right. So we're going to fold it there. That's pretty good.
I will be doing the replay because I really would like to do that tiny star.
Right. They're so easy though. It's not these kind of things, they look harder than they really are. And like I said, it took me even today because I made, where's that one? This one. I made it months ago. And so today I was like, what am I going to do for the live tonight? I have no clue what I'm going to do. And then I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to do one of those things. And so I started looking at it and opening it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot remember how I folded this.
Oh.
And then I just kept messing around with it. And I'm like, oh, that's right. This is the way it is. This is what I did. And I remembered it was easy. It's not that hard.
So I'm going to go ahead and use these stamps. And I'm going to start at least if I can get 4 done, I'll be happy.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I'm going to stamp these designs. These are from 2004 Stampin' Up. And I got these at a thrift haul. This is my number one thing that I like to do. The baby is here, but she's knocked out. The baby is knocked out.
We all know when something catches your attention, you're like a cat and a bird in its sights. Penny said she's getting so inspired by Carmen's medallions. Creative sparks are flying.
Oh.
And Flo says, I have that stamp set, Carmen. I love them.
Oh, you do?
Right. Hi, Di.
Oh.
Di's on. She's probably just.
Hi, Di.
It's morning for her.
Oh.
It's morning for her.
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm just gonna stamp it, and if it's not, let's just say it this way. If it doesn't come out perfect, I'm not gonna bother because it's gonna be covered. So, but my thing is that I want my medallions to look, or my 2-inch circles, I want them to look a little bit dressed up. So I don't know if y'all can appreciate that it starts taking shape. I'm just going to leave it there for a tiny bit.
Wait, move it up in the camera just towards the top of your desk a little bit more.
Arriba.
Right there. Yeah, that's better. A little bit more.
Más para arriba.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
What you're saying.
Okay. That's very cool.
See that?
I love that. I like that. Those flowers.
Yeah, that's the design. So let me do another one. And as you can see, I'm not even going in the, I'm just doing it off-centered. First stamping, second stamping, and that should be it. Let me do the other one. Like I said, if it's not perfect, it's no big deal. I love to make crafts that are not perfect. If you expect for Carmelita to give you perfection, sorry. No. That doesn't work.
This one doesn't want to fold right. What did I do wrong? I did something. Oh, there. Wait, here it's going, I think.
Okay. That's that. Let's start with those 4. Okay. And when I inked it was with archival, the one that's called potting soil.
Uh-huh.
And if you're wondering, my watercolor palette, one of my favorites, Mei Lang, which is this one right here, right there. So that's what I have used. So now let's just find a way to decorate. So I grabbed a whole bunch of things. The envelopes that I made last week, I put a little bit of decorations in it so that way I can do a few of the circles.
Cute.
Without going through too much of a hassle looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cute. You made those little the envelopes you made last time?
yes. These are the ones I made last time.
Right.
So now what I did is because I ran out of my plastic, I ran out of these.
Uh-huh.
I used this to put the embellishment for each of the circles in there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so it helps out. It helped me out. Just to get a little bit of, organizing going. So the circle, I don't want it to be I don't want the cluster to be inside the circle.
Right.
I wanted the cluster to be out of the circle. You see what I'm saying? So whatever I do my cluster, something is always going to hang out. I mean, you know, embellishment wise, it's just going to be out of the circle, not in the circle. So, and I just want to do a little collage. So I got these.
I want to make you bigger.
I went through my boxes, my box of that I call my little store, and I found some stamps, floral stamps. And then these are from either Tim Holtz. Yes, I think these are Tim Holtz, and this is also from Tim Holtz. So what I want to do is just to put a little floral. And it's tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. These are tiny. These are nice. These are tiny. Let's see. I don't mind it to be something.
I'm back. I was trying to make her bigger, but Di said I folded my way into oblivion. Yeah, I did. For a minute. For a moment, I'm back. So I was trying to make her bigger so you could see better what she was doing, but I wasn't having any success at that. So
that's okay.
We're just
I'll bring it closer, and I'll just bring it closer.
Very cool.
See?
Wait, bring it a little bit closer. What's the thing that's hanging out? Oh, okay.
It's like a building.
Right. Okay.
But it came like that. It just came like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. So I just want to do like a little collaging.
I love clusters.
A little bit of collaging.
Yeah.
I am going to use I'm going to do a little stamping. Okay. This stamp set is from Anna White, Sweet Miss Stacy. I've been following her for years. When she had a farm, she had a little baby rooster. Well, it was not a baby rooster. It was oh my God, there's a name for that, but we call them miniature roosters. A batam. They call it batam, which is a tiny rooster with, but that rooster, when he was born naked.
He was born what?
Naked.
Did you say naked?
Exactly. He had no feathers.
Okay.
And so she knits, so she knit him clothing.
Wait, did he ever get feathers?
No.
He never grew feathers.
No. That's why I said he was born naked.
I guess I didn't. I've never thought about the fact that if.
Yes, he had a condition, and she lived over, I think was at Washington, and she called him Tiny Tim because obviously he's very tiny, and on top of that he's tiny, he's naked. So she knit him some clothing, especially because where she lives it used to snow. So yeah, Tiny Tim.
She made him clothing?
Yeah, she knitted some clothing for him, like a wool sweater or something like that, to cover his body. Otherwise, he would have died.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So I've been something new every day. Today I was I was today years old when I learned that.
So Tiny Tim was a baby rooster that was born naked, no feathers. Yep, yep, yep. He had a disorder of some sort, and you know,
Huh.
but he survived at least until, you know, chickens don't have that many years of lifespan. So, and if they have a certain condition, they don't last. Their lifespan is shorter. So yeah,
Hmm.
but she had a farm, and within the farm, Tiny Tim was part of it, and that's how long I've been following her. Ever since Tiny Tim. But she started recently designing her own stamps. So, and paper pads and everything. But the one that caught my eye is this one, because this one, her grandfather wrote this letter to her grandmother about the love that they had, you know. And that was done back in April 25th of 1928.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Did you have you shown that stamp before?
huh?
Have you shown that stamp before?
I think I showed it in my haul, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Yeah.
Because I'm like, either I've heard that story before or I've heard it from you, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why. Because
There
I'm
you
like, wait,
go.
I'm having deja vu.
There goes the first one. So let me just set it aside.
Now they're talking about putting bras on and wearing bras. The conversations in these are so funny.
Who's
Who
putting?
says that her mom is 92 and wears a bra every day? I feel sorry for your mom. She said, "Who?" Linda Veals has put her information in the chat. Hi, Mama Joju. I love her name, Mama Juju Crafted on the back 40. Um, whose information do you want in the chat, Linda?
I guess they want Sweet Miss Stacy, Anna White. I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one.
I will have to find it after the.
Yeah. Anna White. Sweet
She
Miss
said, "Hey,
Stacy.
Beth." E.
So this is a die cut stamp from those Hobby Lobby kits. I think I'm just gonna place it like that. Put the heart there, and this little one there, and that is that.
Right, Bitty Penny. Tomorrow is not April Fool's. When you said that this morning, I was like, and then I'm like, because number one, I cannot stand April Fool's Day. It's like, I don't know. Me and April Fool's Day do not get along. But I was just like, no, it's getting ready to be May. We are done with April and all the rain and all the yuck. We're getting ready to go into my month.
Yes,
My
dear.
month. Miss
Yes.
Sophie's month is May as well.
Yes.
So I'm ready to be done with April. And
I
moving on.
fuzzy cut this heart from a sheet of paper that came with a whole bunch of hearts. You know, like you buy the 12 by 12 and the design is just heart, 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 heart. You know, a whole bunch of hearts. So I
Yeah.
fuzzy cut them.
Ooh,
And that's basically that.
that's cool.
And
I think
then,
you're getting more than 4 done, ma'am.
you
You're on
think
a roll.
you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Don't you think? It's
Well,
only 6:35. I think you're gonna well meet your goal. I don't really
okay.
want to use those again.
Well, at least four we should be okay with four.
Thank you, Don.
You see
You
what I said
are so
when
sweet.
it doesn't really matter if you stamp it or not, but just in case you want to have something in the background, just in case the collage doesn't cover it.
Right.
So at this point right now, this one is almost all covered. So
Very cool.
I think this one is a cute one. Look at how cute that
Bitty
paper.
Penny is warning people not to follow her down the rabbit hole. She said the clocks and calendars go haywire down there. All right, we won't follow you down that one then. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. What am I going to do? I don't know.
See something here.
Flo says, Bitty Penny, we don't hang around you for your record keeping. We follow you for the fun. Aw. Right, Linda? April showers go away and bring in the Mayflowers. Yes, I'm ready for the Mayflowers myself. Yes, Dawn is terrific. She posted the link for for who you were talking about, which I already forgot the name.
Anna White?
Sweet Miss Daisy?
Yes, Sweet Miss Daisy.
Yes.
Anna
Yep.
White. Thank you, Dawn. You're wonderful.
Yes, she's so good.
You're a keeper, Dawn. You are a keeper.
Ooh, where did I get that? Oh, today I was watching your you making the wax seals, which you know that I am not capable of doing. And
yes.
I was wondering if you could melt crayons.
Melt crayons and do it that way? Ooh, I have a ton of crayons. Should we try?
I think we should. I think
Don't dare me, because I will do it.
I think it would be kind of cool, right? Like, because crayons come in all kinds of different colors. I mean, I have like a whole basket of crayons that my grandkids and stuff have broken that are just like, I mean, I have a big basket of them. And so I'm wondering if we could just melt them down and see what they do. Or if the thickness would not be right. I'm wondering if they would be too thin, or maybe if they wouldn't set right.
You
But
know what?
There's probably ways around that.
We can try. It's never,
Yeah, you just never know, right?
Yeah. The thing with that is that we have to be careful, because we don't want the crayon to get stuck in the you know what I'm talking about, the area that you stamp on.
Well, you know how to get.
Isn't crayons wax as well?
Yeah, crayons are made out of wax.
Exactly.
And I can't believe I just did that. That is so annoying. You can put candle wax. You can put because I have like a wax burner thing, and you can put it in the refrigerator or the freezer. And once it gets cold, all you have to do is poke it over, and it'll come right out.
Okay.
I think the issue with crayons as seals is that they are more brittle.
Probably. I don't know, but you know what? I'm tempted to use it now. I want to know. If it fails, it fails. But if it doesn't, then yoo-hoo.
Dawn has a huge tub of crayons. But I think it's worth a shot. And maybe we can add something to it to make it a little bit thicker. I don't know. Like maybe if you mixed it with like wax, regular wax shavings. I don't know. I just think it's interesting and something to think about. I'm sure it's probably been done before, but it was just something I was thinking about while I was watching you. Because I was thinking, I don't have all this pretty color. And how can I do that without having to spend money? And then I thought, you know what? I have crayons.
Yeah, that would work. I put the link. I'm starting to learn about links and everything. And so what I did was I placed the link of the one that I bought. But there's cheaper ones too.
Did you get it? Where'd you get on Amazon?
And Amazon, and I already placed the link on the video. I just didn't. I didn't
Okay.
mention it, but because I'm learning, my son is helping me, um, you know, learn a little bit of technology. So
I noticed your intro and your closing are getting a little snazzy there, ma'am.
yes, yes, that was thanks to my son. He didn't do it. He told me how to do it.
Oh, that's
And,
good.
and so he sat next to me and he said, now you got to do this and then you got to do that. And because that's how I learned, by hands on.
Right.
So I was thrilled. I was thrilled. I started clapping like a little girl. Ah, I did it. And, and he's looking at me. He says, okay, mom, I'm happy you're happy.
Oh, that's sweet.
But, he would look at me like, yeah, mom. Yeah. I'm happy you're happy, mommy. I'm like, yes. But it was kind of tricky, since we're chatting here because I didn't want to pay. And there's no way that I wanted to pay.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I don't pay for anything like that.
it was $20. The ones that I grabbed first, it was $20, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that. And
No.
so I called my son and I said, look, and he said, mommy, if it has a diamond, it's because you're gonna have to pay for that, and I don't want to pay for it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I did it the simple way without the $179 it would have cost me a year.
Right. Yeah, no,
And
I don't pay for any of that kind of
no,
stuff.
I said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So my son says, mommy, you can still make it happen. Don't worry about it. I said, okay.
Well, there's plenty of free programs out there. You just have to be able to find them and to be
Yes.
able to
Mm-hmm.
use them. Sometimes they're a little bit trickier to use, but there's a YouTube video for everything pretty much in this world. So if
Yeah.
all else fails, look on YouTube and see if you can figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I've been learning. Now the thing is that he told me was the way because he helped me out, and the way he helped me with that was that he said to me, "We are gonna set up a intro and an outro, and that way you don't have to glue and paste a whole bunch of stuff on it." I was like, "What? Can we really do that? You know how much time you're saving me?"
Right?
And
Yeah.
so he says, "Yeah, mommy, you can do that."
Very cool. That was sweet of him to help you.
Yes, that's my youngest son.
Very nice.
My youngest son, he is he is something
Guy
else.
is poking Nightbot in the eye for some reason. Nightbot must be going crazy. Something about Biddy Penny is thanking Flo for the reminder. Oh, Linda said, congratulations, Carmen, on the technology training.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Biddy Penny said, our techie children are fabulous.
Yes, they
Yes.
are.
Di said she needs someone to sit next time next to her, I think, so she can do fancy stuff. Oh, Flo said, ladies, have we all thumbs up? Thank you, Flo.
I put a little bit of tulle.
Di's going to get a shower. She said no peeking. Dawn's going to be there, but she's eating now. Norma's glad that your son helped you. Flo said,
Thank
Best
you,
Nightbot
ladies.
got right up my nose one life, and I hold a grudge. Yeah, Flo and Nightbot have an issue. I tried to calm Nightbot down a little bit. It's better than it was. It was not. It was out of control there for a while. It's a little calmer than it was then.
I used a little bit of this color, the teal
Ooh,
tulle.
I love that.
Yeah, I put it here just a little bit. So I have to hold it in place.
To get the glue to set?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fun. Always. That's always fun.
So see, I did the background just in case. Just in case. But as you can tell, you can't barely see the background there. A little bit here. And a little bit here. See that? Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't really matter if you just don't want to stamp anything on your circle. That's fine. But I love the fact that if I didn't put a big embellishment on it, then if this shows, then it's kind of nice too.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I'm looking for some pins that I can't figure out what I did with them. I lost them. I keep moving things around in my craft room and I hide them from myself. And then I'm like, then it takes me an hour to figure out where they are. Does anybody else ever have that problem? I have this issue.
And you know, you're not the only one that happens, okay? That's not, and you won't be the last one either. Because no matter if I label everything,
you still can't
I still can't find the stuff.
I know. I have like these really cool dot pens, and I'm like, I cannot figure out what I did with them. Oh, wait, I think I found them.
Okay, cool.
They were hiding, I think. Oh, they were hiding. Let's try these.
So they're playing hide and seek with you, huh?
They were playing hide and seek.
Mean pens.
Let's use my favorite color. I wonder if this is going to go through here, though. Let's see if it's going to go through this paper.
I like to place cheesecloth on the things, so... Yeah, baby, what you doing under there? Hello, mama. She woke up from her nap. Ay. I feel like a mom starting all over with puppies.
Oh, with the puppy?
Yes.
Yeah.
She will not leave my sight.
Oh.
Nope. Okay, so this one I placed a little bit of cheesecloth. I love that. So, right there. Can y'all see
Ooh, that's
that?
cool. Wait, put it up a little bit more.
Más para arriba. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. I like that a lot. I like the lilacs, too. Gorgeous.
Yes.
Lilacs are like my very favorite flower. Not color.
So,
Not color,
yeah,
but flower.
let me ink this one and see what we can do with the green one.
I have lilac bushes outside of my craft room windows. I have two.
You do?
I do. I have two lilac bushes. Whoops. Okay, wait a minute.
I think the big bush that is in front of my house is called a bougainvillea. And the flowers are like pink.
Ooh.
It came with the house, but this bush, my husband trims it, and it grows so much. So I told my husband he has to.
Yeah, I planted them when I moved in here. I have a lot of flowers, but they're all perennials because I only wanted to have to spend the money one time.
You're just like me. Exactly.
Yeah. I didn't want to have to plant every year. I don't mind like weeding the garden, but I don't want to have to plant all the time. So, but I did plant the lilac bushes. I planted two of them and they've really grown, but mine have buds on them too. They're starting to get ready to bud. But it smells so good. I just love the smell of them. Purple lilacs.
So I'm going to use this for texture.
I've seen lots of people use that. I was thinking about that today. That's so funny. Because I was thinking, I wonder if hardware stores are like, if they realize how much stuff that we actually use from them for craft supplies.
Yes.
If they get hip to us, will they start raising their prices like everybody else?
Oh, please. No, don't do that.
Right?
I'll be like, what?
All the nice our little cheap stores, because of all the tariffs, they all decided to raise their prices. So,
Oh, did you hear Mazda is leaving?
huh?
Mazda is closing.
Mazda? Is that what you said?
Mazda, yeah, the
Oh,
company,
yeah, I don't blame
the
them, to be honest.
car company. It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. But we don't want to mess up our show tonight with politics and you know.
All right. I will
We
keep my mouth shut.
we
I'll
ain't
keep my
gonna
mouth
say
shut.
we
It's
keep
very
that for our
difficult for me, but
private.
I will do it. Carmen's
Ladies,
telling me, shut up, Beth.
we're just not gonna say anything bad around
All right.
here.
I won't say anything else, ma'am. I've been banned.
No, my love, no, don't say that. Okay.
Thank you, Norma. She thought that was so cool. See, they are cool. Look. So now we've got this. And then you can put a little message to your sweetheart in it. I mean, you can decorate it any way you want. I just was messing around. But yeah, you can put a message in there. Or you could even just put a little message in the middle here.
Yeah.
But I think
like the fact that you decorated it though.
they're fun. I mean, you could decorate them with colors. You know, I just decorated this one in black and white, but because I thought the person I saw doing it was using, actually, Carmen, they were doing watercolors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, she was doing watercolors. So I'm like, but I didn't feel like doing that. So I'm like,
I love watercolors. You just have to have patience and
I
wait
like
for it to
watercolors.
dry.
I'm
If
just not that
not,
good at it. I'm
you
not
know,
very good at it.
just use the Beth. I'm not good at it either, honey. No, nobody is an expert in this department. That's why I go with my motto is I am not a perfect person. Therefore, my crafty is not going to be perfect either.
Right? Actually, as much as this was a pain to fold because it was so thick, it actually folds out and in really nice.
Uh-huh. I like it. When you first started, it looked like a bird asking for food.
Right?
Yeah.
You just have to make sure you fold it back the right way. Yeah. No, that's still wrong. This is the part I'm going to tuck in. So I'm going to put that down, that down, that down, this down.
Is it hard for Beatty also to keep her mouth shut? She said.
Is it hard for who?
Beatty, she said, it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. Oh, Beatty. You're so cute. Well, let me see.
Right, Biddy. It is hard because I don't know. I usually am okay about keeping my mouth shut about certain things. I get it that you don't talk about certain things, and that we do like come to crafting to get away from all that, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I do get that.
Exactly.
But sometimes I agree. It is very hard not to let it, because everybody has opinions, right? You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's hard not to, let your opinions. At least it's hard for me because I'm opinionated. Maybe I don't know. I'm not
the same way.
I think maybe when I was younger it was easier for me, but I think as I get older it gets harder to bite my tongue. So It's like,
That's what happened to me today at that appointment that I went, that I was telling you about.
yeah,
When she said, when I told her, oh, so I cannot, I I got so flustered, you know. I said, so I wasted my time coming here because you don't want to take my ID because he doesn't have an ID, and I'm the one that is representing him. And she goes like, no, we can't see him. I said, well, I'm not going to waste my time with you. Let's go, kids.
right.
And that was it. But if I would have stayed, Beth, if I would have stayed, Carmelita would have been.
I get it. I totally get it.
Oh,
It is hard, but sometimes you just know, like in those situations, those people, they just aren't, it is what it is. And you just have to walk away because you're not going to win that fight, right?
no.
It's a battle you're not going to win. Even
Exactly.
though it's ridiculous, you're still not going to. So,
And it's not like my son is capable of doing things for himself because he doesn't have the mental capacity to do it. So why are you just, giving me a hard time,
right. Yeah, I totally get it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, sometimes I get that we gotta choose our battles, but
Yeah.
some
So
days it's easier than others.
sometimes it's just best to keep my mouth shut, open mouth, insert foot, walk away because I do not want to take it out on the person.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't too happy. And you heard me. You heard me. I vented. You heard me. Thank God for you because woo, I was so mad. I was so mad. And it's not like it's just hard enough to get him to go out the door. Then on top of that, I have to hear this from the lady. Oh no, 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 no.
Cordelia has doves landing in her front yard. That's pretty cool, actually. Di's back and she's all clean and ready
Hey,
to,
refreshed.
because she has a live in an hour's time. The Messy Palette AU. So
Cool
go over and
beans.
check her out.
Cool
For
beans.
sure. I know everybody's going to be leaving us because it's 7:00. So you want to show up what you've done?
Yes.
Hold them up to the camera.
I think I did more than
Figure out
4.
how to make you one. Like, I wonder if. Wait, no, I don't want to do that.
Check and see.
I don't
Oh,
know if I can
you know
move.
what I can do? Hold on. Let me see.
Wait a minute. I might be able to. No,
I'm a.
no. Why
The,
can't I just make you big? Oh wait,
hey, don't make me big. I'm losing weight.
wait. I think I figured it out. Okay, there. Look. Okay, put them towards the top of your desk a little bit more.
Here we go.
Thank you, Linda. Yes, please thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Very cool. Those are so cute. I love those. Love, love, love them. Very cool. Biddy says she loves the plain stamp with the flowers.
Thank you, Biddy. So there you go. I did.
Very cool.
Actually, I did 6. Check it out. I was aiming for 4 and I did 6. So I'm happy.
Very good. See, you overdid it. And
Yeah, I'm gonna.
you saw what I did, so we are good to go.
Yes.
It's 7:00. We're gonna let you all go. Thanks for hanging out with us. Before we let you go, we're gonna make this like a regular thing on Wednesdays, and we are going to start casing some people that have like some cool ideas that maybe we want to try, and then we're going to try them together and see if we can figure them out. So keep your eyes out for that, because next week we'll be doing the same thing probably. Yes, we will be doing the same thing. We just don't know what it'll be yet. So thanks, ladies, for hanging out with us. We love you all. You got anything to say, Carmen?
Take care. Love y'all. Hugs.
See you all around the circuit. Remember the crafting, stupid, the therapy, and we get to make really cool stuff.
Yes.
Love y'all. Later.
Bye.
Hugs.